I'm just double checking something really quick on my end. Retraining takes your attention for 8 hours per day for a number of days based on what you're retraining. You can't perform another strenuous activity while retraining, such as marching, blah, blah, blah. Unless you retraining costs gold. Well, I think that's level retraining, which is more expensive. Class feature, feat, hit points. If you're a spontaneous caster, you can retrain. It takes 2 days per spell level, and requires trainer can spec spell you want. I think we're just gonna just hand wave a lot of that. Keep it simple.
Yeah. All right. Last time you conquered, well, somewhat conquered some of the mines up north,
Cleared
and
out,
as
I would say.
say again.
Cleared out is a better way
Yeah.
to put it.
While the big mines is pretty much unconquerable right now, you at least kill the mines and have some factory production.
Yeah.
And he also asked King Silverstone to lower the taxes for now. It's been about a week, and you see a different guard lieutenant walk up, whisper to this guard, and then strip him of his rank and medal and walk off.
Hmm.
The guard pretty much says, "And I'm out of a job." Why? What happened? Why? What happened? King rejected the offer, and our guard lieutenant is no longer part of the world.
Well, you can always work with us. We need somebody to keep an eye on the castle while we're away.
Uh, that's all. Well, from what I hear, you pay pretty well. Plus, like I said, nothing else better to do except going on adventures.
Oh, yeah, free room. You'll have to cover your own board, obviously, but you can pull that out of the 2 gold a week we'll be paying you. Just keep an eye on things for us.
Fine, very well. I'll set up as soon as I get done drinking this beer for my old lieutenant. He's a fair man. Now, unfortunately, he's a late man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and by the way, that lieutenant told me that taxes are due at the end of this week.
Is the town economically capable of paying that with the injections we've been giving?
Barely.
Okay, so they'll survive is the important part.
Yeah, they'll survive, but they're not going to grow anytime soon.
Got it. But if we can get some industry up and running, like a mill, where they can, instead of selling the grain, which is probably worth less, and takes up more space for transport, if we can get them milling it into flour, we might be able to sell it for a bit more. So, Jimpan, would you like to help me build a new steam engine?
Sure.
I'm guessing we're going to have to go collect supplies, since I can't make the magical steam engines quite yet, at least not outside of the situation of my vehicles.
Surprise! You've got to make your own or go to the big cities to get some.
Yep. Well, I've got my own designs in order, though a lot of the ones in cities are ancient or very
I'll be
esoteric.
honest. Most of big cities rely on magic more than technology. So unless you're a highly skilled mage, you're pretty much not going to do anything anytime soon with those cities.
I'm installing a steam engine here to provide rotational power for various machines would be helpful, including a mill that could be used for a small cost. So, I'm guessing we're going to have to go collect some supplies then.
Yep.
What was it? Iron should... Well, we've got some iron ore, but we can buy iron pretty cheap. Question is, what other materials are we going to need to get for to make the steam engine work? I mean, I can build the stuff. It's just going to take time. I'm also assuming that I'm going to need what? Maybe fireforged steel, which is not cheap, since we are doing pseudo magical steam engine.
Oh yeah, Fire Force Steel. For Fire Force Steel, you have to go to the big city or up north.
What's up north that could happen?
No, I meant the big city.
Got it.
I the Magic City.
Let me double check what fireforged steel is costs, and you can tell me how much I'm going to need for the engine. So it's under equipment, and I believe it's under trade goods. They don't list it there, but it might be on their special materials. So these Pathfinder, and all will be down to equipment, special materials. Show and there we go. Okay. They don't actually give a per pound weight. For Fireforged, it's it varies. It's 1,000 gold to get added to light armor, 2,500 for medium, and 3,000 for heavy. And weapons are an extra 600 for gold. So they don't have specific stats for it, unfortunately. It looks like it's about, based on what I'm reading here, well, it depends. It's about double living steel, roughly, and it's not perfect because the weapon, it's not perfect because only the armors match that. And living steel is 2,500 gold a pound. Oh, hold on. Yeah, because the thing is, living steel doesn't... Okay, here we go. Yeah, cost. Okay. Yep, here we go. Okay, automatically masterwork. Okay, so based on that... based on that, it's a nightmare even still, because living steel would then technically be more expensive because masterwork weapons are 300 more than their normal counterparts. So based on that rough estimation, Fireforge is about half. I would say maybe, because it'd be 300. Yeah. It's just over half. So I would say, would you say 150 gold per pound is a fair price to say for fire or frostforged steel?
That's a fair place, but remember, you're dealing with big city politics, so it's probably going to be like 250 pounds.
Got it. Okay, so I'm looking for a base price here, just because I might be needing it later on in the campaign.
Yeah.
Once I get to magically enchanting, I'm probably producing the Fireforged steel myself as part of the construction process, but I don't have that ability yet, unless I can do it with alchemy.
You're going to need a very high level alchemist or a very high level dice to pull that off.
What will be the DC target?
At least 25.
Okay, I mean I can hit that, but it's not easy because I've got an 8 to alchemy. So I'll see if I can buy some, or we can try to steal some from somewhere. Dwarves stumble across the secret of casting Fireforge when making forge-friendly tools. The armor. Fireforge steel channels heat in one direction to protect its wearer or wielder. When crafting, fire force away from the wearer does not grant energy resistance. Instead, the blade absorbs. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah. So, it is what I think it is. It's basically something that I imagine can focus and channel heat, thus making the engine more efficient. Fun fact: my character's been using small amounts of probably been using small amounts of fire forged steel in his various devices so far, just because something needs to power them. HFT doesn't have enough for a full steam engine. And how much iron do you think he's going to need for a steam engine?
I'm trying to think. Maybe about 5-6 pounds off the top of my head.
You do realize that steam engines are usual multi-ton devices. The little magic steam engine I'll be making later is about 5 pounds.
Oh, so probably about 6 to 7 tons then.
Well, again, it depends on the steam engine.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going for a massive one, so... Yep. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yep, a steam locomotive can weigh anywhere from it can weigh about 75 ton, anywhere between 75 and 600 tons. But that's a train engine.
Yeah, but you're not going to set up a steam locomotive quite yet.
No, I'm not building something that big. Pascal is 65 tons. Yeah. Okay,
Not about drawing a lot of attention and a lot of enemies.
Yeah. Luckily, iron is pretty cheap, but I think we're going to need a bit of an injection of gold because we've mainly been burning it and building up a facility for ourselves. So, Jimpan, do you want to steal the materials we need from somewhere? Because we're probably going to need potentially several hundred pounds. We'll say several hundred pounds of iron and 10 pounds of fireforged steel for plating.
Okay.
That sound fair, Ty?
True. Yeah.
Okay. So basically the heating elements of them. So the nice thing is we can also at some point dig an automated pump well that runs directly off the steam engine, so it supplies itself with water. And the fireforged steel should reduce fuel costs since it can better direct the heat than traditional. It's a good insulator, basically.
All right. Like I said, like the bartender said, the only place you could get it is Rose City and Cross City.
Okay. Let's see. I say, okay, so go to the world map, please, so I can kind of take a look at it and we can get a better idea. I'm thinking we go to the so we'd have to go to the west, correct? Over here.
Yeah, that's Cross City.
Got it, Cross City, and that's where the king resides, correct? Or is the king in this castle in the middle?
The king's in this castle, but most of the knights and businesses come from here.
Okay, got it.
This is Rose City. I just have it on a separate map.
Yeah. So, Jimpan, I say we go to Cross City since it's in the same continent, and we might as well try to make some contacts while we're there.
Okay.
We'll see if we can find the Thieves Guild. Maybe we can assist them with a job.
Yeah.
So we'll pack up and just so you know, Jimpan, my vehicle has increased its speed.
Yay, to
overland with trailer 50 feet. 50 feet.
Okay.
Technically 55 because it gets a 20% boost. So yeah. And Ty rolled something.
Nothing.
Okay. So we'll let our crazy drunken barbarian know where we're going. that we expect to be back in. How many days does it take going at speed 55 to get to the city?
About a week and a half.
At speed 55, damn.
And no, that wasn't what I rolled. I rolled it going to have an encounter on the way, which is mill, so no.
Okay.
Alright, so about a week and a half later, you arrive and some permits, you arrive at Cross City.
Got it. So we're riding in. We'll just go into the city and just check it out, I guess, for now.
Mostly outside is just guard towers.
So pretty militarized.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is where the king's primary funds come from.
Okay, so it's a large fund town. I say we kind of hang out at some of the seedier establishments and just kind of keep an ear out for anyone that might be part of the part of the Thieves Guild.
Like, as you walk into the city, you actually see that, as the bartender explained, almost everything there is done by magic, if not to a weaker extent. They're trying to be the second coming of Rose City, but they can't because they have the most powerful magic users up there. But other than that, everything is usually, if let's say someone uses it, instead of just chopping firewood or chopping some coal, they just use magic to chop it. That's how magic.
Got it. It's not techno magic; it's pure magic.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm techno magic, technically, or more specifically, technology that uses magic as a power shortcut.
All right. Roll me an investigation check to see if you actually at least.
I don't think there's an investigation
Sorry.
skill. You're talking.
Sorry, my mind.
Local.
Yeah, knowledge locals 1.
Yeah, knowledge local to see if you can actually find, at least get a hint on where the gear skill could be.
15.
Jim?
Knowledge local.
And just what was it? If I remember right, 15. The high for knowledge checks, the super high level ones are. What's that knowledge? Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. A DC of. Okay, for knowledge local. Okay. Got it.
Oh.
Okay, got it. So it would probably be a DC 20. No hidden organization rulers locations. So I whiff.
I rolled shit.
Yeah,
You really don't hear anything.
Yeah. Okay.
The closest you hear is a couple of guards and paladins just looking for things that are getting stolen, but you can't actually find out where or how it's stolen without throwing suspicion on yourself.
Got it. We're just listening around, curious, since we're a couple of traveling traders, and we're always worried about if there's an active thieves guild in a city, because they might steal from us.
Well, in that case, you have to roll a deception check to see if the guards actually believe you after you go and talk to them.
Oh, yeah.
D.
Oh, come on.
We don't trust you. You probably might be part of the members of the guild. Get lost, will ya?
What is their sense motive check?
I was actually looking for 15, so you just whiffed on it.
Crappity crap.
It must be.
Oh well, at least it wasn't a catastrophic failure.
Unless Jim Pat could pull out 15 or higher.
On bluff.
Yeah.
Bluff.
Yeah.
Bluff.
Yeah.
I'll look at the... Try to find something else.
Yeah.
1, 2, 20 plus 5. Wrong.
Yeah.
I was saying, I have no idea what that is.
20.
However, your partner in crime, like, oh, I guess you'll work for him. Yes, I guess you work for him. No wonder you're a second rate. Anyway, yes, there is some thieves in the area. Supposedly working on some underworld kingpin, but other than that, it's almost impossible for them to find. But just be careful. There's a master thief, and then there's some that's just working on the kingpin. That's trying to do the underworld. A couple of paladins gonna come here about a couple of weeks to start sweeping out the city. So to be honest, just wait till then. The city will be swept out, and then you can safely set up your merchant shop.
Okay.
So
Thank
what
you.
we can I'm just pulling up some things really quick to check on my end. There's a couple of different devices I might be able to use to help us out. As I normally
Just keep an eye on that one pointing at them, William. Like, I don't trust them that much. And the guards go on the way.
Okay.
I'm just going to my inventions right now as a Steam, right? Just seeing what options I have on the table that could help us out a little bit with this. Weaponized inventions won't help in this case, more than likely. Power tools, no. Nope. I could see an audiograph helping out. Sorry, I'm just prepping things right now. Can drop them. Okay, the magnetic glove might be useful in this to keep it. Mastery location unit's not needed right now, so we'll go with audiograph. One. Okay, so I've got a little audio recorder, so we can use that potentially to blackmail people. Yeah, so, and I can record it so I can put it on discs.
Okay.
So first things first, I'm thinking we can always utilize the old method of we basically start with a pickpocket and work our way up the chain.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just post up in a major part of the city and just wait for a pickpocket to cause trouble. I'm going to do a stealth check to keep hidden, and then a perception check to keep an eye on things.
Yeah, I was about to
Can
say
be
that.
the...
Yeah. Same thing you, Jim.
$15 to stealth.
Well, in that case, you have to do a freaking
18 to perception.
Or the victim.
Yep. Got it. So what we'll do, just to confuse them a little bit, and so we don't risk your money, I should be able to convert a couple of pounds of iron into coins. You know, they'll clank like coins. It's about 50. It's roughly 50 coins to the pound is roughly how it works.
Okay.
So it basically you're gonna have, and what we'll do is, do I have the knowledge to gold plate things?
Not quite yet. Jim, roll me a performance check against
I just was I can do
15.
it.
Say
But
again?
just only said I can do it, or if I should do it.
Yeah.
No, if you for your damsel distress sass to see if a pickpocket will fall for it, or does,
Okay.
or think it's just another guard trying to catch him.
Would that be more of a bluff check?
Bluff. Yeah, bluff check.
Yeah.
Bluff.
Okay.
24.
Yes. All right. So what are you about to do before I explain what happens, Sibo?
Well, what I was going to do in case we lose them, I was just going to gold plate a bunch of fake iron coins.
All right. I'll let you pull that off for this one session, for this one thing.
I just need to know kind of. I'll double check the gold plating rule, because the thing is, there actually is special material rules for gold plating something. Here we go. Where is it? Gold.
Gold on me. Lots
Yeah.
of gold.
Yeah. Hold on. Not copper. There it is. Gold. Here we go. Half the base value. Okay. Triple the base cost. So if it's 1 silver for a pound of, so it's basically 3 silver per bag of fake gold. Obviously, it's not going to fool a merchant, but for a pickpocket, and grabbing a coin purse, it should be good enough, because they could think some of it's silver, some of it's copper. So what we'll do is, so I'm thinking, what do you want, like 3 pounds worth on you?
I
Basically,
have 9 silver pieces on me
well, no. What
in gold as well, and like
No, remember, I'm doing the fake. I'm doing the fake gold,
yeah,
just in case, just so we lose as little as possible. So I'm
yeah,
thinking basically, Ty, just because to make it simple, 1 gold for 3 pounds of fake gold coins?
Yeah.
and you hold my gold for
Yeah.
now, or
Well, I will literally open up one of the trunks and you can just put it in there. Hey,
yeah,
trunk full of your books.
yeah,
Yep, you got a key. So you've got a key to that, so you can feel secure in that. So
yeah,
we'll lock that down. Obviously, carry a little bit of gold on you, just so you look like you're splurging a little bit, buying a few things here
yeah,
and there. But keep it like maybe 20 gold, just in case, kind of thing.
yeah.
So, okay. So, and I'll just kind of shadow. You, keeping an eye on things.
Okay,
All
I have
right.
set 20 gold on me.
All right. So about the center of town here. 1 minute you're walking around. I'm not going to have you roll for it, because in the middle of the night, about the equivalent of 9-10 o'clock, you feel your pocket getting a bit lighter.
Look around.
Well, roll me to see if you can actually find out where the pickpocket ran off to.
Perceptions.
Yep.
My perception is bad.
I'll roll 22 to perception to try to track him.
All right.
I look
With the
around.
22, you can actually see a shady character running down this alley right here.
So I do see a shady character.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll start following him.
Alright, let me see if you actually can spot you.
And I guess I got to roll stealth now to keep hidden.
Yeah.
17.
Against a 9, yeah, you can actually keep hidden for most of the trip.
Yep. And let me guess, he grabbed like what, about like one of the pound bags, thinking
Yeah,
gold.
he
Tons of gold, tons of
pretty
gold.
much went to here and just go woof, straight down the line.
Yep.
Alright, one more perception check before he tries to enter the hideout, because now it's being super careful.
Hero point to re-roll that.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The post roll freaking gets
Yeah.
garbage.
Well, unless he has a plus 11, if he has more than 11 to stealth.
Like he's a rookie. He's a rookie pickpocket, so he has like a 4 or 5 to stealth.
Yep.
So he runs into this dilapidated building and open and well, he's here now.
Okay. So he's in the building.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the C area of town.
Yep. Okay, I need that. I can't. I could temporarily drop my magnetic glove as well, so that we can have radio communications. So, Jim Pan, basically, I'll just kind of do the whole finger in the ear thing. Wait, do I actually have? Did I get additional range? I've got to double check. I think it's called the. I always forget the rules for it. I'm at 25 of this book. Nope. No. Main. I think it's called the vocalizer. There it is. Okay. Okay, got it. So, yep. As long as you're within a mile of me, Jim Pan, we can hear each other.
Okay.
So basically, you've got the little earpiece, and I've got a little earpiece, and we're talking to each other. So I'll note that I'm dropping my magnetic glove for a vocalizer. Fun fact, eventually I can set it so we can talk to each other as long as we're on the same dimension. Yeah.
Same planes.
Yep, as long as we're on the same plane of existence, we can talk to each other. There's nothing that can block it, short of, I think, a silence spell. Yep,
So Thieves in there counting his money, knows the fake gold, and
I guess we just then at that point, is it a locked door?
no,
And is it a hideout with multiple thieves in it, or just him?
just him.
Okay, I guess we'll just kick down the door, and I'll just kind of level my weird rifle thing at him, and then have a sorceress standing next to me. Like, I recommend you put your hands in the air before this gets messy.
I thought the paladins were going to be here for a couple of weeks. Who are you?
Somebody that needs to get in contact with some people.
Why are you being contact? I'm just a lonely thief. Try to get by before everything goes to shit in a couple of weeks.
Where is a Thieves Guild hangout? I need to contact somebody there.
Thieves Guild? I don't know what you're talking about.
I will. I guess I'll just kind of walk. I guess I'll walk. Give him basically a rifle butt to the face. Walk up, rifle butt to the face.
Try to scare him.
Yep. So what, intimidation?
Try to.
Yeah, but one of actually it's one of the skills I didn't pick up last level.
I have intimidate.
Are there any skills that it's like not a specialty of mine? Back and then I can at least help you, so I'm going to help you intimidate this guy. Yep, I've got a 6. So go ahead and get an extra 2 to intimidate him.
All right. Well, that's more than enough anyway. Like, oh, okay. The guild is around here, right outside the walls, but the guards didn't set up the towers yet. It's an old guard tower that's used magic to make sure it's still active, so it don't set up over there.
I'm gonna do a little appraise check on this guy, see if he's carrying anything. It looks like well, I'm assuming perception to see what he's carrying, and then appraise to figure out if it's worth anything.
What he's carrying? Okay, what he's carrying or what he stole?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Oh boy. Well, what he's carrying is just a basic flint-like pistol that's, let's just say, not exactly the best condition, just in case things get really hairy. What he's carrying is about 6 or 7 diamonds, about 10 or 15 gold, and 1-2 platinum. As well as your fake gold, of course.
Yep. First things first, as I'm leveling the rifle at him, you're going to give my associate here what you took from her. Then she's going to take everything of value off you.
What? You're not exactly the guard. You're not exactly the guard. Who are you? The guards play a little bit more fairly.
I guess I'll kind of do the walk-up thing, pull out his flintlock, and kind of put it under his chin, or I can make it look like you killed yourself. Which do you prefer?
Fine. Still another day, that's what it's called. Besides, we have 2 weeks. I can build up my money to get on the ship.
Yep. I'll, just so he doesn't take a pot shot at us, basically empty out the flintlock.
When you look at the flintlock, you realize you don't have to bother because it's pretty much too poor to actually fire a bullet.
Really?
It's just for intimidation. I don't mean to kill anyone.
Okay then, and then I'll just pistol whip him with it to knock him out.
And you pistol whip him with it.
Leave the pistol on him. Then we'll I'm gonna appraise the diamonds and jewelry that he had on him. How much gold we get off this guy?
The diamonds are worth 2,000 gold. 200 gold each.
How many diamonds did he have?
3.
Okay, got it. So, I'll dump that into the. We'll walk back to my thing, and we'll dump that into one of the trunks, where we know it'll be safe. And we'll divvy that up later. And I guess we'll head out of town to that little abandoned place, or semi-abandoned.
All right, you walk out of town, and as the pickpocket said, it's cloaked. It has a special magic spell to make sure that it looks like the guard tower is still active.
Okay, so basic illusion.
Yeah.
I guess we'll try to sneak in the back.
All right. See if anyone notices you.
27 to be stealthy for me.
Self-drink, Japan?
I'm not good at stealth, but I can do it.
Yep.
That's...
Oof.
Okay, good news. William, you're pretty much safe. They don't notice you.
Yep.
Uh,
That's me.
however, uh, Nor, you get spotted and looked at like, who are you? What do you want?
How many guys are surrounding her?
Uh, one, one or two, and someone's going, and one of them is going to try to fly for more.
I'm gonna put a bullet in the one that tried to flag for more from a stealth location. So I'm assuming I get an aim action as well with this.
Yeah.
Deadly aim. Which means I'm at a -2. Sorry, let me actually double check the numbers. So this is versus. He's within 75 feet of me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be +6 +1 -2. So 20 versus a 5-foot touch.
That definitely hits.
That would be 7 damage.
He's in pretty much in pain. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, I think he has some friends around here.
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't have friends? Someone just shot me.
I don't know who that is.
So I get another shot?
Yeah, but they're gonna try to swing at Chimpan first. It's just a swing, so
Oh.
yeah. I assume that misses like a golden. I assume he misses like a golden mile, right, Chim?
Yeah. A D8.
Yep.
It's just a swing. It's not exactly going. He's not exactly going to pull out his weapons yet.
It's
But I
not
didn't
even
expect
close.
to have a crit failure just from a normal swing. Plus, he thinks it's just a noble moment, so I don't think he expects you to have armor or anything like that.
I don't have armor.
Oof. I'm going to have a hero point to reroll that because that is bad.
Yeah, because that still misses.
And
that's a little better, so yeah, it hits.
Yep. Same guy, by the way. 6 more damage.
And that's enough for a fatal blow.
Yeah,
The guy looks around, tries to look for you, then just runs off, scream, "Boss! We're being attacked!"
Chimpan, find cover. We're going to kill the boss.
Okay.
Because we still have the communication system with each other.
Okay, I'll try to find cover.
Yep, find cover. I'll just basically, while I'm
Alright.
waiting to return, I'll be reloading.
Alright, stealth with disadvantage because obviously he alerted the entire base and the boss isn't exactly that stupid.
Yep. Am I still hidden in my cover?
Yeah, so you don't have a disadvantage, but Jim has a disadvantage.
Okay.
So I roll again or stealth?
We need to get you.
Yeah.
We need to
Couple
get
minutes
you,
later, you see some big kingpin looking as in kingpin as Marvel Comics kingpin, flanked by 2 tigers walking up to you. Like,
Hello.
hello.
I'm taking my sniper shot.
How are you today?
I'm a bit annoyed. You see, I have some. You see, my gentleman here just died, and someone has to pay me some compensation for it. if you know what I mean. Paying his 2 tigers.
I'm just if he's within 75 feet of my hiding spot, I'm gonna start taking pot shots. This time I am gonna be also using my firepower to increase the damage.
Yeah, because obviously this guy's a lot more tougher than the mooks he hired.
Oh come on, Flatfoot touch. Unless he has a negative D.
No. His DC is about 17. Even
Well, remember,
Flatfoot is not going to be enough.
wait, he has a Flatfoot touch of 17.
No. I said his normal DC is 17.
Yeah, because my DC was like a 10. So I miss. Damn it.
Like, who is that?
I don't know.
He snaps, and now the tigers are looking for you, Kiri.
You mean
Kiri?
Kiri's not here right now.
See what?
Yes.
William, the tigers are looking for you now. Like, look and find whoever shot me. I'll deal with her.
I'm taking another shot. I'm taking more shots.
I cast a spell on him.
Yeah, because he's about to swing, and he's about to swing a lot more hard than his moves.
Summon Swarm.
Oh, come on!
Spider Swarm on him.
So what kind of swarm did you summon on him?
This.
Oh. Summon Swarm? What does this do? Casting time 1 round. Duration concentration plus 2 rounds. You summon a swarm of bats, rats, or spiders. Your choice. All
Spiders.
Spiders, okay. And you cast it on him, correct? On his square?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So here we go. So yeah, this is a swarm of spiders. Let's see. So it's a solitary swarm of spiders. Special attack. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I think they just automatically. Oh no, here we go. Melee swarm. And what is their base attack bonus? Because then I don't see that.
I don't see his melee swarm 1d6 plus poison and dissection.
Yeah, and distraction. But the problem is I don't know what they would roll to hit. Plus three dex. Let's see. DC's Constitution based. What? Why does this not have the? Oh, base attack bonus +1, and then they get an additional probably 3 from dex. Actually, no, more than a plus. They get a +3 2 dex. They have a 17. That's a +3. Okay, so their attack bonus, assuming feat tax rules, would be a +4 versus his AC, as the spiders are basically all over him.
Yeah.
So I guess you would roll that.
1d20 plus 4.
You had 1d20 +4. Ouch.
Ooh, that hits.
So
roll damage.
Roll a d6 for damage. Then he needs to roll, I believe, in the distraction, special attacks, distraction. A creature can cause nauseation, so he needs to roll a fortitude save versus distraction and poison. Ouch! Max damage.
And spiders on him.
Oh, goddamn!
Yeah. So what he made the save, so he's not distracted, nor is he Nor is he what was it? Nor is he nauseated, which would call it. Nor is he poisoned.
All right,
He's
let
going
me
to take
see.
another pot shot at him. 12 versus AC. Touch AC.
Touch AC. Yeah, it worked. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So he doesn't have much dex. Okay, so it's going to be 19 damage.
Ooh. All right. Now he stands up. Well, first of all, let's see the tigers actually find you first. I'll just do 3 see if they can detect you.
I don't think so.
Oh, god damn. Because if they actually find you, they're going to use the tiger actually stats. But yeah.
Yep.
The book boss looks at you and tries to grab you so it draws you in the way of the bullets. And I'm pretty sure 12 doesn't hit your AC to grab, isn't it, Japan?
My DC, AC
Yeah,
is a 12.
CMD. It's a CMD actually, which is even higher.
CMD 13.
yeah.
Yep.
So he tries to grab you to pretty much use the other body shield, but he fails. Alright, so what are you gonna do now? Because the tiger's still hunting and they're pretty much loyal to their master.
It's whose turn is it?
But I think we're just going to try to kill him.
I'm summoning my Hellhound.
Yep. And that should be able to distract at least one of the tigers. Or no, probably yeah. Yep. Distract one of the tigers.
Let's put it down here so I can add macros.
Yep. Well, also I think the spiders get another attack at this point. And they're still going to keep biting at him.
Yeah.
I don't think that beats his AC.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
The Hellhound.
But it's still not distracted.
Well, no. The thing is, they have to do damage for that to work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, one of the tigers sees the hellhound and tries to attack it. And I'm going to actually use the actual stat, so.
Yeah.
So 2 claws. And I definitely assume that hits.
Yep.
Yeah.
I take 13 damage, and it's now grabbed. And now let's see if the other one actually found William.
Nope.
Huh?
Probably if it's got a perception of 0. Nope.
Unfortunately, it doesn't. So he looks at you like he starts to smell you. So he's probably going to attack you in the next round. Kingpin's trying to at least try to fight the spires off him. And he's now focused on the spires and not on you.
Yep. Well, I mean, I'm gonna do my next thing, which is I do now have special new special ability. I'm basically going to start charging around. I was like, how much damage on the Hellhound? I think it was 13. 13.
Yeah, 13.
Yep. I now have as long as I'm within 50 feet of the guy, I'm gonna basically use firepower and basically I'm just kind of running around. I got a new ability called Scout's Mobility. So I get a +2 to my damage and +2 to my attack. Oh, god damn it.
And do nothing.
No, it misfires.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. It's a 1, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna need some time to do some repair. I'm gonna need some time to do some
Yeah,
repairs.
you're gonna need a round for repair because
No.
ironically, that's what happened to me one time.
Standard action.
I rolled a 1 and the DM says like, yeah, you have to repair your bow, which takes an action, or use another weapon. Thankfully, I have a crossbow on me, so. Right. Tiger goes, attacking the Hellhound with another swipes. Right. Hellhound takes 8 damage.
Okay.
Carry. See. Roll stuff to see if you could hide from the tiger again, or he's going to attack you. Sorry, Seawall. Why do I keep saying carry for some reason?
Yep. As I said, I'm just moving around quickly at this point. Using the new Scout's Mobility feature that I've got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just rolled a 1. What's that?
Nothing. I'm just checking something real quick.
Okay.
Anyway, Chimpanzee, your goal. You have pretty much a half dead tiger, and now that both tigers are going to try to double team the freaking Hellhound.
The Hellhound attacks the tiger or the person holding.
The kingpin or the tiger?
The kingpin.
Alright, so.
First attack, bite, and fire.
Okay, so those are the attacks, and D20 is the attack.
The first one is if it hits.
Yeah, I figured.
And the other damage.
It hits, and the kingpin is slowly starting to back off. Like, who are you?
We don't need to know. Classified information.
Say again?
Classified information.
Classified? Aren't you? You're either a guard or a paladin or someone trying to move in my operations. and seeing that the guard's not that clever and the paladins won't be here for 2 weeks, I say try moving my operation. I don't like that.
No. Got it. So he's giving up at this point?
Oh no, it's going to fight even harder now.
Okay. Got it.
As he pretty much summons a great sword now, so yeah. He got tired just playing games to knock you out. Now he's trying to attempt to kill you.
Yep.
Fortunately, that would be his goal, so
Yep.
the Tigers go for the Hellhound.
What are those?
Attack on the Hellhound for the Tigers. Because now
Okay.
just going both double team the Hellhounds because no offense, you're too annoying to catch right now.
AC 16 Hellhound.
Say again? So yeah, obviously the first one hits because goddamn.
Yeah.
Second one doesn't. And it takes 13 damage.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
how about this, girl? Just leave right
man.
now and I don't have to abuse your pet anymore.
Oh, I guess at this point we've got a drunken barbarian that's gonna be riding in.
Yes, that will be. Just give me a minute.
I'll give you a minute because yeah, it's gonna be. And bonus, you guys should get a free shot because he doesn't know because he has no idea you're there yet.
The stealthy barbarian and horse. Okay, so give me a quick catch up. What's going on?
Should I do this or should you? Hello? You don't know what's you want to let the barbarian know what's going on while you're in the middle of a fight against pretty much a guy with 3% body fat and 2 tigers.
Jim Pan failed a stealth roll.
Yeah.
I was gonna sneak in and coup de grace when he wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
I'm not thirsty.
Don't worry, we'll get you magic stuff for that later. So you're gonna come and ride in
Yep.
on your crazy
Yes.
pony and cut a guy's head off.
Yes.
Unless you've replaced the pony.
Oh no, I still have mittens.
Okay, got it.
And then suddenly, okay, so just charge in with an attack. Alrighty.
Yep. He doesn't know you're there, and he doesn't sense you coming.
Charge!
Let's pop. And let's not pop into it just yet. $13. That sucks.
No, but left right does actually hurt him.
Yes. 13 points of damage. And now Pony's turn. Mitten's turn. For 16. A 16 against so what I see.
That hits.
For an additional 4 points of damage. So grand total of 17 points of damage.
And I put 19 on him earlier, and then Jim Pan put another 6 on him.
I think that's enough to kill him. Let me double check.
38 points of damage.
I did 24, 28, and then
And the king, we had it 8,
41. He took like 41
Yeah,
damage so far.
12. I did 12.
Oh, 12. So yeah, 12, 19, so that's 21. Another 13 is 21. That's 34. Yeah, 38 damage. This guy's taking 38 damage so far.
Alright, so it's still alive, but not exactly the best of shape. The magic number is 20.
Jesus, how much
The,
hit
the,
points
the
is
magic
that?
number is 40.
Okay, so he's just 2 points away from death.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm busy clearing a jam.
Yeah, so you're not exactly going to be attacked.
Actually, what I can do is I can burn a point of grit. It's a risk, but I can burn a point of grit to, as a move action, reload my gun. Sorry, repair, clear a jam. So I'm down to 0 grit. I'm gonna and I'm going to drop the other thing, but I'm going to use firepower. 24. I do.
Goddamn!
So I don't get the +4 damage, but I do another 11 of damage as I blow his fucking head off.
Pretty much. As he sees the barbarian tries to slice his head off, before he asks, "Who the fuck are you?" Boom!
So Mittens gets a spray of brain matter and
She
blood.
basically has her mouth open trying to catch some.
Oh god. Yeah, and also because I killed somebody with a gun, that refills my grit by 1. So I basically didn't use that.
The tigers, now without masters, starting to back away back to the boss chamber to I guess get new orders.
So, and are there some terrified thieves?
He didn't summon any more
Yeah.
thieves. He thought he was just a lonely girl trying to move up higher than it should be.
Yep. Okay. Kira, would you mind grabbing the scruff of the jacket, scruff of his jacket, and drag the corpse behind you?
Yes.
As we enter this building, I'll do a quick reload.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna just walk in with this guy's corpse.
Alright, obviously Kira give me an intimidation check with 10 points of advantage because you're actually dragging this dude behind you.
10 points of advantage. Alrighty.
Help.
Okay, I went. That is a feat. I grab that as a feat. $37.
The only thing that isn't petrified is the tigers because, well, it's tigers and just waiting for commands. But the rest of Thieves Guild just looks like their fallen boss is like, boss, what the hell? Someone beat the boss?
At this point, Veb's just pointing at that guy who spoke and said, "You're next."
Wait, so some guy spoke?
Yeah, a bunch of thieves will speak after they seen pretty much Veb dragging the boss. Well, without a head, of course.
With a sorceress on one side and me on the other, just walking behind.
Yep. And a perfectly innocent Branty.
Yep. That's currently chewing on some of the guy's brains.
It may or may not have like a limb in its arm, in its mouth right now.
Oh boy. The Tigers fight for the second in command, which is pretty much a book counter.
Oh, got it. So the second in command is their accountant.
Yeah.
Honestly, not a bad choice.
I'm gonna walk up to that guy because congratulations, we're about to offer him a new job.
The Tigers are going at you, but they're not trying to attack you at the moment.
Just gonna walk up.
Are you responsible? Are you responsible for this?
I am the one that took his head off with a bullet.
You're not exactly. For I see, you're not exactly paladins, and the local guard isn't that smart. Who are you?
I'm gonna go with enterprising adventurers. Veb, enterprising adventurers?
Sure.
Sounds about right.
Not exactly the local heroes I hear and know, but
I understand that you are gonna need to disappear in the next couple of weeks. Do you have a place to hide?
we're gonna hide this. We're gonna go into the ship and pretty much set sail to someone else that is not gonna be filled with heroes, paladins, and magic users, high level magic users.
What if there was a, let's call it a fortress or safe haven somewhere here where you could hide your ill-gotten gains, as well as as well as an abandoned mine where you could physically hide until the heat blows over?
A fortress? Where?
Depends. Well, I'll tell you about where we can hide you, but we're gonna want something from you first.
He calms the tigers down like, all right, well, I guess you're technically the new boss until further news. What's what do you need from us?
I'm gonna need a good amount of fireforged steel and iron.
Fire first here is gonna be tricky, but I guess we get a few. Iron's gonna be a lot easier since pretty much this whole town, most of this whole town is needs iron to most of the blacksmiths in town need iron, so we can just intercept a couple of mine carts and be on our way. Fire Force Steel is gonna be a lot more trickier though. It's a special order.
And I understand. Well, you have obviously you have an intelligence network. Who is the who is the who has the largest stockpile of that in the area?
uh, Andrew and Smith Ironworks, about here near the center of town.
What type of defenses do they have? Protection for it?
Legally, none, but they do pay off a couple of the paladins to stop by.
How often?
Uh, this is almost the best time to attack them because obviously they had to they had to go to the main castle to assemble to stomp through here.
Here's my general plan. We slip in through one of these back alleys. I have something that can transport it fairly easily without being noticed. Then we get you out of the city before the paladins arrive. Make it look like a waste of time. Then, once the heat dies down, your people slowly trickle back, and a percentage goes to us where we're set up.
Well, better us getting arrested, or at least in mine, the former boss's case, have a head cut off by the king.
How much did your former boss take as a cut from every pickpocket?
Depends. Pickpockets is about 50%. Master thieves are about 75. Not 75, 25%. And assassins but that's going to assassins and murderers to let's just say keep the wheels greased, if you will.
We need to supply. We need a supply of gold to keep our various operations going, but we don't need that much. How much do you normally pull in per week?
Ooh, wow. Per week, about 10, not 1,000 gold per week.
Okay.
Maybe 1,500 if the map if the master thief isn't in town.
Okay. So basically, and is that the total kickbacks they're making, or is that total gold everyone's making?
That's a total goal everyone's making.
You need I would need you. That's the total gold everyone's making. And we would okay. We'll take 10% of the gross, and then you figure out what cut you want to take, and then the rest goes to those that get the money.
Yeah, I believe we have a deal, gentlemen. I believe we have a deal, ladies and gentlemen.
First, we need to raid that facility. Middle of the night is my plan. When everything's
Of
quiet.
course. Just be careful. Even the guards, because the middle of the night, the guards gonna be walking around. So just be careful.
Oh, I know a few tricks.
He tells the tigers to calm down to make sure they're not trying to bite you. But yeah.
Oh, and Kiri lost internet. So basically, as I said, we're going to slip into a back alley with my vehicle and a couple of their thieves to help us out, and we're just going to raid this place for its fireforged steel and iron.
Like, you back, Harry? Harry. Well, while Kiri's connection is restoring, I'm about to get a couple of things, get a quick bite to eat.
Yep. Reese has joined us, by the way. He's listening in.
Hello, Reese.
Hey, I'm sorry I couldn't make it for Project Zomboid yesterday. I've been busy cleaning out the loft so that Morgan can move up there.
Okay.
In fact, I gotta get back to it in a short bit. I'm just down here getting some air. I probably should take my oxygen tank the second time.
That's gonna help.
It would.
Yeah. I just remembered I took invisibility. That could help, but yeah.
So still waiting for Kira to get back.
Yeah.
Okay.
He seems not tired.
I'm back, and where's Carrie?
Yeah, he I think he's trying to fix his internet.
Yeah.
Hello, Reese, by the way. Alright, so while Kira's trying to fix his internet, the plan is to go to the back alley with a couple of thieves, rob what you could, and then get out before the guards or the paladins show up. Correct?
Well, what I'm gonna do is to cover the escape. You said they use a lot of magic stuff in these places.
Yeah, this is pretty much the second magic town. They're trying to be the second magic town, so
So does this guy have certain unstable chemical ingredients inside of his shop?
but of course.
I mean, we could make it look like, a candle tipped over and set the whole place off after we left.
Well, first you have to get in to find out what's
Exactly.
what first.
So I'm going to check the back door, I guess. I'll have a detect magic, just a scan to make sure I'm not picking up any magic from the door.
Go ahead.
Then, perception. Well, it's a yay or a nay with detect magic, if I detect anything. May not know what it is, but so I'm going to check the
Oh yeah, you're definitely detect magic.
I'm going to check the back door for traps then. Perception 10. 25.
You could definitely see a trap back door.
31 to disarm it.
Okay, I will give you this. It's not that the back door is trapped, it's a fake back door. As in, if you go inside that back door, it's literally going to teleport you directly into a prison cell.
Okay, got it. Going to find a different back door then. Looking around.
So with the nat 20, you actually found the real back door.
Yep. I guess I'll check it for traps. I don't. If there were any, I don't detect any. So I'm going to try to unlock it. Crap.
Yeah, you don't unlock it unless Jim wants to take
okay.
a roll.
There is no failure for failing to pick a lock.
There's no failure for picking a lock. There is failure for the guards actually detecting something's wrong.
How?
No, I mean, just kidding.
No, seriously, I would like to know how. We're in a back alley in the darkness.
I know.
With lookouts. So.
But yeah.
19 to try to get this lock.
Oh yeah, you eventually unlock the door.
Oh, sorry. There should have been a plus 4 on that, so 23. But yeah, so after a second try, I pop the lock. Woohoo! I'm gonna scan for additional traps in this place. 28.
You got lucky, because the second one stepped in, you're about to eat three poison layers to the face.
I'll disarm that trap then. 29.
All right, you stopped. All right, you disarmed the trap.
Okay. Are there any more traps in this place, by the way?
Oh no. Well, they're only very careful because obviously it's a high-ranking business.
Okay. Does the guy live above the shop?
Let me actually check.
Or does he live elsewhere?
Do we even know that?
I say he lives in more high rent districts and buildings, so no, he doesn't.
Okay. Got it. So I guess we got the run of the place. Hey, Kiri's back. We broke into the nice blacksmith shop.
Okay, I'm hoping I get to stay back.
Yep. So I'm gonna first do a look around the place and take inventory of what they have. 12. Damn it! Unless somebody else wants to roll better perception than me.
What is my perception?
So again?
See, my perception is low. Not trained.
Hey, you might get lucky.
-1.
Maybe. Shall see.
1.
Roll me perception roll here when you get back, so I can tell you what you all find.
18.
All right, 18. Okay, 18, 10, and 12. Then for some odd reason, your drunk sense is tingling, and you actually find the mill you're actually looking for.
Okay.
And a decent supply. William, you're not so lucky, but you actually find some plenty of iron to go around.
Got it. So I'll start having them move the stuff out. Then I'm going to look for the alchemical ingredients, lamp oil, and anything that we could use to set this place off.
I was saying, and Jimpan, you just find some lamp oil and realize that it's magic. The lights are magically powered, like not candlelit powered. All right. Hello.
Hello.
All right. Let me just see if the scouts. Let me see if someone detects something.
Yep.
All right, you actually get to slip out, and there's no guards to detect you. The scouts wipe you on your way. Obviously,
Yeah.
the Thieves Guild help you out.
We'll light the fuse on their way out, and then boom, this place explodes. That'll keep the guards busy for a while.
Right? You light the fuse, the place explodes, and now it's all hands on deck, and every guard's running to it. Like magic users wanted to exchange this to fire. It was pretty much all out chaos.
Well, also we did light a bunch of unstable chemical stuff on fire too, so this is going to be a little bit tricky to put out.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a while.
That's like combining napalm and thermite together. So, yep. And then we'll go out of town. We'll also I'll also help transport some of the thieves' ill-gotten gains. I am claiming for our party any of the personal wealth of the previous boss.
Yes.
So yeah. So we'll get out.
I will go up with list later because, well, obviously he eats off the profits of the Thieves Guild. He has some personal wealth of his own. Well, personal items of his own for his personal collection.
Yep, we're taking all that. We're basically evacuating the Thieves Guild from this town. Thus, they'll hide up at the mines because you said the buildings are still intact mostly, and no one's going to be coming around there anytime soon, so they can hide up there for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be good.
Yeah, and then we'll just take the ill-gotten gains back to the to our city, and I'll start setting up the steam engine. So yeah. So, and I guess I've got to roll my what was it? Basically craft machinery check now.
Mm-hmm.
Some help in
What?
crafting. I can help you.
Oh, you have craft machinery?
I have a spell, Crafter's Fortune.
Oh, got it. So it gives me a boost.
Yeah, +5.
+5? Oh, nice. Thank you. That is actually very helpful as I direct a massive construction operation.
Yes.
1d20 plus, where is it? It's going to be engineering, which is 20 +5 +2 for masterwork equipment. Yes, currently my craft is a +20.
Excellent.
35.
How do I describe this? You actually make a pretty strong steam engine.
So yeah, so basically, we obviously while we were gone, we had those guys build up the factory to house it.
Yeah, of course.
Because I think we got the supplies from the other town.
Yeah, they rebuilt a couple of the towns. They rebuilt a couple of buildings to house a factory again.
Well, remember the factory is going into the castle. I want it secure. This is my first workshop and factory. Eventually, obviously, as we expand, I'll move the main factory out, and this will become a personal workshop. But for now, it's just basically so we can better control it. Because remember, we're going to start exporting flour from this place instead of just grain, which fetches a higher price on the market. Last I checked.
Should be.
Yeah. So. Yep.
Alright.
So
As you walk back into your bar slash semi-headquarters, yeah. What the? Oops, I put in the wrong token. This is not what I want. There we go. You see this guy sitting. You see this guy sitting there, and the poor court elf is serving her and serving her as her father gets into the back right now.
okay, so we've got what, a troublemaker?
He's trying to hit on. He's trying to hit on her hard.
And she clearly doesn't want it.
No.
I'll slip her a couple of gold coins to take a break, and then Kira, would you mind kind of being behind this guy?
Okay.
And then I'll basically just sit down across from him. And as in, I'll be sitting across from him and just basically doing the whole and just sitting down at the table. My guy doesn't exactly look intimidating, but hey.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry, but I'm more interested in the ladies around this town. You know what I mean?
And the individual that you were harassing doesn't want your attention.
But they have no choice. You see, the king asked me specifically to collect the town's taxes. His father's in the back right now trying to scrape as much money as we could, and I'll be on my way, but not before having a date with this lovely lady over here. Of course, the lovely lady is trying to.
How many guards are sitting around this guy, or is he on his own?
He's on his own, but obviously you can actually see he's very powerful.
What level is he?
How does he look?
10.
Okay, so he's out of our league.
Great.
Collect your taxes and leave. Leave her out of it.
Second?
Basically, my guy's saying, collect your taxes and leave.
Whatever. You guys are no fun. He goes, collects the taxes, tries builds a kiss of info.
Okay, so that didn't lead to bloodshed. Good. But let's see. I will take note of that guy because long-term plan with that guy, I'm already imagining him being one of the first I put on the table to experiment on when I figure out golemoid implants.
Meanwhile, admit just doing what you can to get a scent of him.
Yep.
Like, do you allow horses in your bar? What the hell? That is a fine horse. It's a fine horse. If you pick on it any longer, the bartender pulls out his battle axe and chops it and puts it down like, send the taxes along with your head to the king. All right, old man. And he slaps the bartender, waitress's ass, and bids on his way.
Yeah. So he's got his tax money. He can leave now.
Why did the king send him to collect taxes of all people?
Don't worry. I have a feeling things will change around here as the town becomes more prominent.
Whatever.
The mill should be operational in the next day or so.
Good. That means more customers.
Hey,
That's always an upside.
Well, it also means that anyone looking for processing of the grains will come here.
He looks at the now ex local guy like, do you think that's why the king tries to up our taxes? Like, it's possible. He does have a couple of spy networks around here. Like, be careful. You hear that? Be careful.
hey, be careful.
And that Oh, I forgot one more thing.
Mhm.
He also put out a job. The other reason he came here is because he is looking for 2 missing persons. A, a couple, Lulu and Victor. I don't know.
Couple of adventures, that's not unusual.
Let me guess. They got some noble family or something back in them, hence why they can't put the out of these missing adventurers or something, right?
How did you know?
I took a shot in the dark. You get that right now and again.
Well, when you invite a guest of a lady fucking black, then who know? Then who know? Then the word gets around very quickly, very fast, and very annoying, to be honest. Yeah, but other than that, yeah. But other than that, then the bard singing more songs to soothe the crowd of filling as more adventures fill in, and the town gets more profitable.
Yep. That's the basic idea. We just become more and more profitable. Thus, I'm presuming that at this point, thanks to the money from the Thieves Guild, we basically can maintain a constant workforce of
Yep.
I think about 50. I think on average about 50 people a week we can maintain. Now.
There we go.
Yeah.
Which means the bartender being ahead because 50 more people means 40 more people for his bar.
Oh yeah, exactly. As well as we, it's technically part of the 50, 2 gold per person per week. We are contracting him to bring out food for lunch. That's basically just more money for him.
Yep, and as a bonus, Emzo gets to pet the tigers.
Yep.
Ah, let's see now. Let's see. About a month before all the everything gets up and running, but also a month before another person, just a normal guard this time, goes collect more taxes. And now that hear you, as the King Silverstone, as the profit of this town grows, so is the profit of the town, so is the profit of the Silverstone Kingdom. And since Cross City is, let's just say, not exactly profitable right now because something burned down the magic shop, one of the most powerful blacksmith spots in the world. As of this moment, the taxes are being raised, effective immediately.
Well,
Shit.
I mean, the thing is, with the additional profitability, it sucks, but we'll still be profitable. We can still maintain.
Hey,
So we'll deal with it given time.
hey.
but now the town's starting to turn on the king. Even the bartender's saying like, "Oh, come on, we just got into the black a couple of months ago." Yeah, but as long as you're on the king's property, it's the king's orders. Unless you want to send Lord Mason again to diffuse the situation.
But also something else. Remember that I've been doing the artistry philosophy, basically giving the speeches about how magic should not be as relied upon. Technology should advance. Seeing if I can kind of convince the town to my side. I'm gonna do another philosophy roll.
Yep.
23 is basically pamphlets are starting to get sent out. My guy's doing more and more speeches. I don't know how much the town is starting to turn to my guy or not, but hey.
Not completely turning on your guy. It's either you or King Silverstone.
Got it. But the ideas are taking better root.
Yeah.
Got it. So, are any showing interest in becoming Thunder Scouts or Steam Rights?
Let's see. Out of a town of 100 people, well, 100 healthy people, 100 healthy adult people. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, Reese. I see what you posted there.
Ooh, damn. Yeah, about 52 says they're interested.
Got it. So what I'll do is I'll basically start because we do have basically a small factory, and because this is a more traditional steam engine, I'm presuming it doesn't require the since it's been very well built at a 35. That it'd be a good test bed to teach people the concepts of steam engines, as he's basically training them to be the maintenance staff. And then, and I said also Thunder Scouts, and I'm also thinking I'm going to train some of those guys in usage of the, steam-powered lever gun I have. We're going to start looking into looking into training them on that as well. Basically, so they can understand how to properly use it. Basically, we're upgrading the town guard.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, so we're pretty much at this point. You said pretty much half the town is interested in learning from my guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I guess I'm going to be busy doing that and breaking
up. Because the king didn't send a more town guard to them yet. For now, the town isn't that probable for him to spend money on.
Yeah. But now that we have a working steam engine, and obviously I can divert its power to what is needed, at the time, we can definitely utilize that steam engine to produce for production of firearms. I'm assuming I can start producing machining equipment soon.
That is true.
Yeah. So I'm also how much of the Thieves Guild are willing to become miners up at that mine?
Mostly, yeah. Most of them because they went to Thieves Guild because there's no other way for them to make money at the time.
Got it. But now that
and pretty much, if you have a boss the size of the Kingpin that says he's going to give you money with two big ass taggers, yeah.
Whereas now we're doing what? Basically, at the very least, with what we're doing, as well as getting a little bit of gold from the Thieves Guild that rebuilds in the Cross City, I'm assuming that we can maintain a basic workforce of 50 to 100. Does that sound fair, Ty?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, because basically the idea is we're going to need to do a little bit of wildcat mining. With some of those guys, we'll make sure that they're as equipped as we can, and we'll play. What we'll do is, because we got so few people, we're going to play it safe. We basically need, because I have enough of that Fireforged steel to produce a second boiler up there.
Let's see what they have to roll before I can think about it.
Yeah. Because the thing is, remember, if I can get a boiler up there, we can start putting in heated piping and radiators to make the mine more safe. Increase the temperature, as well as having a boiler up there and a steam engine could also be utilized for processing of the metal on site before transit to the city.
I think a crafting check might be the most right now. Yeah.
Wait, I already have the supplies to build it? To build the second one?
To see if you can build it for to see if you build it for less without actually looking out for more supplies.
Got it. Jimpan, would you mind handing me that extra crafter's fortune?
Okay.
Thank you. 42.
Nice.
Okay, so here's what happens.
Yeah.
You actually could build a steam engine for a bit less, which means you have just enough to do the other thing for the miners.
Got it. So we're able to transport. We build it in part down here and then transport it up there, and we've got basically a high pressure boiler. That's why I took less supplies potentially. I was able to figure out a high pressure boiler. Bit more finicky, but it should be a bit more robust as we get it up there. We'll do upgrades as so. Yeah, we get it up there, and I guess we've now got a stable supply of iron ore, guys.
Yay.
All we're going to need is basically a good supply of coal for forging. So for now, I guess we'll just stockpile the iron ore and sell it on the black market.
Fortunately, the accountant knows a little bit more about the
Yeah.
a little bit about the black market.
Yeah, and as I basically produce more Thunder Scouts, they should be able to develop their own steam wagons like I have, and they'll be the transport. I mean, they'll be able to operate basically, and not 24/7, but they'll be able to operate at much longer distances than most traditional transport.
Right, so I have good news and I don't know if they're going to be bad. I don't know if they're going to say bad news. The good news is, but I don't know if it's going to be good news or bad news to you.
Okay.
What the profitability rising in this town, that means that means the king has finally sent more basic guards.
What we'll do is, since we're developing our own guard force, we'll politely decline, saying, we've got our own militia that is training up, and we feel that basically a very politely worded letter saying that we are very grateful for the guards, but we have our own units that are more than happy to keep this area safe for the king. So he's not have to wait. So he does not have to waste expenses on a zone that can protect itself.
You understand? It's not. It's to protect the raw profits.
Understood.
Yeah, like trust me. If we could sit in bed and be lazy, and get paid, we would. But the king's orders are the king's orders.
Got it. I guess I'll try that that kind of. I'll see if my own philosophy could get them to. They'll act as if they're loyal to the king, but in actuality, through a combination of bribery and ideology, they back us instead.
That's going to be a high check, to be honest, because they more fear the king's acts than loyal to the king himself.
So I'll first do the philosophy, just see if they get interested in my ideology. 27.
Barely.
Okay.
They're thinking about it, but like I said, they're like, listen, it
And,
sounds nice, but we saw them behind the old lieutenant, and none of us want to be on the guillotine, to be honest.
Then diplomacy to see if I can convince them to kind of back us a little bit more, through bribery and things like that. If anyone wants to help me with that,
8 what?
diplomacy.
Let's see, my diplomacy is 5.
Okay, you go and roll it. So see if I get a bonus. Basically, Ty, I'm corrupting the guard.
I know. Mhm.
21.
24.
Just me, because I was looking for 25. So with Jim Pan's bonus, it just made it.
Well, no, I included the bonus in mine, so we'd have to figure out what additional bonuses we could get last.
Unless Kiri wants to roll as well, you're not gonna make
For diplomacy?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a tough
Well.
check for you, but it might work.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
13.
Wow, he actually does help. So 26.
Eh,
I guess you're drinking buddies with some of the guards.
Yes.
yeah. We'll see what you could do, but if Mace or any of the paladins show up, we do not know you. You understand, right?
Look, I'm not saying we're gonna do anything against the rightful rule of His Majesty. I'm just saying that make sure that our trade vehicles get a bit more protection. Basically, he's doing the slow creep of corruption. They get a little bit of extra money on the side.
Yes.
Stuff like coming out of our profits to give to them, so that they can they can send a bit extra gold home. That's off the books. That is tax free.
Tax free.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, he kind of do like, hey, that bag of gold, the king doesn't need to know about it. All we want in return is to make sure that our shipments, get to and from their location safely. A couple extra guards are, always around when they're getting loaded up or unloaded. It's like things of that nature. As I said, slow creep of corruption.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, Pony. It doesn't hurt, but it doesn't help. So. Well, welcome to the world of corruption. Am I right, guys? Yep. So yeah. And as I said, that's the first step. Over time, we'll slowly convert them. Eventually, they're going to go full blown rebellion. But we need a lot more forces to pull that off.
Yeah, the king only sends enough forces to safely secure the town, in quotes, of course.
Oh yeah.
Well, more like safely secure his money.
Got it. Now, let's see. Now I just need to invent electricity.
Electricity.
Yeah, well, that's kind of in my own head. I've got to basically invent a non-magical lighting form that doesn't require burning of things. Since we do have the steam engine, I probably could install an alternator that gets utilized at night. So we have street lamps. So that's probably what some of the first shipments of iron, and if we can get a hold of copper, will be. I'm also going to need glass.
Mm-hmm.
Like iron obviously you took from the shop.
We've got some left over, obviously.
Yeah.
But we also have some. We also have iron ore being shipped in, and we could probably process some of it in the town.
Yeah.
We don't have
copper. Obviously, you could get from the mines.
Oh, nice.
But glass, you're going to need sand, which means is there a beast nearby?
I'm checking right now what glass goes for. Assuming there is, glass. Okay, it's about 1 gold per pound of glass, and I'm fine with importing that. Do you guys have a problem with importing some glass? I would just need to know how much glass is needed for basically equivalent of Edison light bulbs.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah. So we'll just import the glass from some of the nearby towns, some of the nearby cities.
More than nearby country, but yeah, you could import a couple of glass.
Yeah, we'll import enough glass that I can start producing, Edison light, as powerful as I can make Edison light bulbs. So that
Let me actually do something real quick.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess your makeshift not makeshift optimist, makeshift why did I forget the term for person who handles money?
our accountant.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think the stroke I had several years ago is still draining my brain. But your makeshift accountant convinces a couple of the local countries to drop their glass prices to a little to half.
Oh, got it. So we can get nice bulk orders.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll basically just chip in some glass just so we can get a good amount of it, and I guess I'm gonna roll to basically start producing street lamps.
Go ahead.
If Jim Pan, if you'd be so kind as to assist with magic.
Okay.
Yep. 31 as I start producing and manufacturing street lamps.
Right. Oh damn! Most of the street brands you could make without to fail.
Yep. As they just start going up throughout the streets. So now the streets are lit at night.
Which does make it actually safer.
Yeah.
Was even surprises couple of the guard. Which actually surprises a couple of guards lured to King Silverstone.
Yeah. We're just being cool. We're just hanging out, I'm just the eccentric inventor in the old castle.
It's protective member of society.
Yeah.
Like,
And we have,
ooh,
power.
like
Power.
you're not exactly normal heroes, are you? I mean, heroes pass through, slay dragons, defeat bosses, and call it a day.
Take a liking to the town.
I'm an inventor that's been looking for a place to set up a workshop for a while. So
I'm also surprised you didn't rely on Rosetown to provide magic assistance.
We prefer not to be overly reliant on things if we can avoid it.
of course. Magic has a utility, but if you become too reliant on it, once it falters or fails, you have trouble adapting. For example, my the boilers the steam engines we have, even if there's an anti-magic field comes over the area, we could still operate them by shoveling coal, burning coal to keep them running, or charcoal. Is it the most efficient use of resources? No, but we could still operate as so long as we had access to coal.
Interesting.
Normally we just have a couple of our Thunder Scouts who have a general understanding of magic cast this, and he'll basically show them from his spell book the rune that he draws, the Everheat rune. Using just a small amount of magic and several of them, the boiler will run for hours. All it needs to do is be filled with water, which we get from a on-site well and pump.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We always keep a small silo of coal in reserve in case we ever need it.
We rely on magic for so long, it's pretty much become second nature, to be honest. The beauty of magic is always beautiful. You can always rely on it to help you there, and I'm sorry, I can't sing, but yeah, that's what the bard's singing right now.
I think it's an old song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yep, the town is changing. It's becoming like a boom town now.
Yeah, of course, more heroes are stopping by, because obviously it's not the town to be yet, but it's on its way there.
Oh yeah, yeah. As I said, street lights on the main streets.
Like someone even walked up and asked this person,
Mhm.
and I'm sorry I take this to use old things from I have already, but hello?
Can I help you?
Yes. Do you know how to make those street lamps?
Hmm. I was the one who invented and built them.
Do you? She pulls out a piece of paper and things like, do you have any notes that we could use to help?
Unfortunately, I don't know who you are, and I'm somewhat secretive with how I do things. Trade secrets. Don't want to let the cat out of the bag, as it were.
The bard actually sings like, Lady Thames, what are you doing here? I thought you'd be up in Rose City. I'm just asking. That's all.
Unfortunately, it's a trade secret, not something I would readily share. Not for free anyway. Not for free for sure.
Uh, of course not. How much do I have to pay you to if not from trade secrets, to at least buy a couple of lamps off of you?
I'm guessing I'm gonna roll an appraise because I'm not entirely sure what I could get out of this.
Yeah.
25. Based on my general knowledge of magical equivalent items, what would the magical equivalent for something like this go for? I should say first. I'm assuming that cost wise, these things are nothing in comparison if you have a proper power source for them.
Yeah. Which means which means honestly more than gold a piece is even gold a piece is pretty much insanely expensive.
Got it. So a gold a piece for one of these lamps, but I'm guessing that for me, with the manufacturing that I've set up, it's what, couple of copper.
Yeah, for you it's a couple of copper, but if you
Yeah.
want to sell the gold piece, it's pretty much insanely expensive. So
I mean, they don't run off of magic. I'll tell you that right now. Although though magic can be used in the process of power, and I wouldn't. I mean, then I would estimate that with the magical equivalent being about a gold apiece, I might be willing to let them go for 5 silver.
she snaps her fingers, and a fucking paladin walks in the door, and says, "It's like 100. Make 50 lamps, please." And the paladin pulls out and drops enough copper for it.
Basically, all the materials to make it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yep. I will get to work on those for them. Obviously, there's going to be. I'm assuming that there's going to be, and I can include some basic notes on their function. But and this is like the lady of that town, or somebody high up in the command structure there.
You have to ask. You have to ask around.
Yeah. Okay. I would definitely ask around about who this person is.
You could just ask the bard.
I was just about to go,
Yeah.
bartender, who's that lady?
Ooh, wow. That is Rila Temps. She's one of the sorcerer. She's one of the sorcerer's council.
Rita Temps.
Which is why paladins with her. Which is why one of those paladins are with her.
Okay.
I assume she has more outside, just in case something goes hairy.
Probably. Can't imagine a member of the council not having some sort of protection.
The only person that doesn't need protection is the head of the council.
Yeah.
That's because, well, to say she could fight and burn this entire country to the ground is an understatement. And I'm sorry, I forgot to actually get some paladins.
That's fine.
I'll just use this.
Be careful. We'll have to be careful around them at this point, since we might detect faint evil. Just don't give them a reason to have to detect evil on us. We should be fine.
Hey.
So for now, but what I'm going to do, Ty, is I'm not going to sabotage them, but I am going to build them in such a way as that they will burn out after some time, and I will send along a design for an alternator for them. But there's going to be, but I'm going to put some flaws in it. Basically, it's going to require significantly more maintenance, as well as basically make it look like a true prototype. Whereas mine is very streamlined and very good for teaching people how to properly build this. I'm giving them a flawed design.
Just slight difference here and there.
Slight differences requiring extensive maintenance and care, just so they don't go full industrial revolution on us.
That's our job.
Yeah, that's our job. Yeah. Basically it's a noble trinket is what I'm designing this to be for them. Yeah, basically it's too expensive to deploy throughout their whole city.
Well, yeah, of course it's going to be too expensive.
Having it like one park in the noble quarter, I was like, oh, look at these non-magic lights. They're so fascinating and beautiful. The lights burn out after a time, so they got to be constantly replaced.
I mean, it can't be too rapid often because then they make it suspicious. But like 1 month, every month and a half or so.
Yeah. It's not gonna be daily, but they're gonna burn out after a little while. As I said, I'm gonna make imperfect ones. So, and I'm gonna do that design now, running on the assumption Jim Pan's still helping out. 30 to basically make the flawed light bulbs and provide them with flawed schematics.
I say 30 is just enough to pull it off. God, that 20 is bullshit. They got to adjust some of these.
Well, it comes from the fact that I've got fairly high intelligence, and that I have a +9 miscellaneous modifier.
Good point.
Yes, I got skill focus from my race. I've got which gives me a +3. I get a 4 from my level, and then I get an extra half level, and then I get an extra half level on top of that.
All right, so Ray's look at the lamp. Obviously, the light bulb. Obviously, she's not skilled in
She's not an engineer.
Yeah,
She's
like
designs. They're and they're well done, but as I said, the designs are flawed. I'm guessing that there are very few people with craft machinery or knowledge engineering at my guy's level in the world.
Yeah, she has a paladin light up, and it lights up beautifully. Like, Thank you very much, good kind sir.
And I've noted in the notes the design I provided you. It's prototype, so it will require a lot of care. But I've included notes on how to properly care for it, as well as these bulbs will burn out given time. If you need more manufactured, I'd be more than happy to produce them for you.
Thank you very much. You have a actually. Before she leaves, she runs over, grabs a drink. She's actually a strong drinker.
Yep.
Then, huh?
Mhm.
Like,
Go ahead.
she looks at Veb and is like, a finer gentleman, if I could say so myself.
Hey, I lift my mug of ale and like I kind of like lift up the mug and as like a greeting.
Yeah.
So,
Well, until another time, gentlemen. And then she leaves with the paladin.
Yep.
uh,
And
before
how
she
much?
goes, Mittens goes up and just gives like a nice little affectionate lick.
Good horsey, good.
Yeah, that's Mittens. She's a good girl.
Yep. So they gave me what? They gave me the supplies to make the stuff, and then
And then the gold, and then the gold,
top of
and then the gold on top of it. Yeah,
so an additional 50 gold. Okay.
yeah.
We'll just put it into the regular. We'll put it into the regular funds. So
She, on the way out, she's like, nice town developing here. Although, nice time developing here, by the way.
just revitalizing it, applying a couple of concepts that I've had bumping around in my head for a while now.
Hey, hope you come back. Want to see who could drink who under the table.
Oh man, you're on.
Hey, remember the Order of the Flagon's not going to turn down a challenge.
Oh man, when I guess the bartender says, "Yes, I'm part of the council," and let's just say the council can't outdrink me in even a month's time. But that's for another time.
Hey, take care.
She waves, and the paladin goes with her.
Yep. So got it. So they're basically just curious about what's going on here.
Exactly, because obviously, with everything wrapping up to the town, they're probably starting to get curious. Like, what's this town that's pretty much abandoned? That's pretty much abandoned.
I mean, at this point, it's probably expanding. New houses may be going up.
Yeah, like
Apartment.
put about a timer for a little bit.
Yep. Yep.
And now all these buildings are mostly houses. Obviously, the bookstore is still the bookstore, but other than that,
Well, I'm guessing it's more tenements at this point.
yeah,
Small big equivalent of small apartments.
yeah.
As the town is rebuilding.
I'm
And
still
we
afraid
have.
for what this building is, to be honest. But yeah,
I'm guessing that's an empty structure right now.
yeah,
Is it big enough for a proper factory?
yes, it is.
Got it. When we get the chance, I guess we'll turn that into a proper factory for large scale manufacturing. Just have a little bit of power go into a neighboring building for what was it for milling of grain. So for now, basically there's power coming from the castle, as in there is a there is a boiler and there's a steam engine and boiler combination.
Yep.
So, and then there's also, and I'm guessing all the farming communities around here are coming to us to utilize the milling.
All the farms, all the community, which obviously means more taxes because the king sees it as, ooh, this town's being more profitable.
Yep.
But also means more guards as well.
Oh yeah, but we're slowly corrupting them as well.
That is possibly true. 1 second.
Yep.
And yes, that also means that Mace is stopping by the town more and more to collect taxes
Yep.
as the local hero of the town.
I'm guessing he's not well liked, and we're kind of start planting him in the eye of the people.
He is not well liked. He's not well liked, but he. Let's just say this: he's not well liked, but he's efficient at his job at on saving people and
Yep. Well,
yeah.
is the adventure board including any new good adventures for us to go on?
Well, it's that quest for the missing adventurer still there.
That is definitely still there.
Last I checked, weren't we the ones that are the reason they are missing?
I mean, we include a picture of who it's missing.
Say again?
So at least include a drawing of who's missing.
Of course.
Is that the one that we?
That's the one you merged in Session 1. Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Well, that one's gonna be there for a while. Any other jobs?
Say again?
Any other jobs?
Yep.
Let's see now. Try and think of what jobs we could do right now. Let's see now. You already got roles and zombies, and probably should upgrade something a little bit.
Yep.
Alright, I do have a job, but I have to actually make the encounter, so...
I mean, in the meantime, I could go up to the mine and try to see if I can't do some improvements. Maybe even start developing some sort of Ty, could I develop like a portable mining drill that basically they recharge from the boiler?
You're going to need a DC4 to pull that off, to be honest. Because that's very high tech to pull off.
I mean, I can at least start the development of it and prototyping.
I say DC 25, DC 30 to start developing on it.
35.
You start developing on it. Obviously, it's not finished yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going to take time. But basically, the idea is because we've also are moving, the steam pipes and radiators everywhere. Theoretically, that means we can have people hook into it to run a steam-powered drill, thus increasing output
productivity.
Yeah, productivity.
I feel like we can make the mine acquisition a lot easier.
Exactly.
And theoretically, we could keep the same number of workers and pay them more because they're getting a lot more done.
Yeah, and also, because it's farther away, those steam rights the apprentice steam rights that I've got, the ones that are showing a lot of promise, I'll be sending them up there to, in a sense, experiment on their own a little bit. They're there to maintain but also learn.
That, and if they get good enough, we could potentially put competition out of business and turn into a
Well, the thing is, once I can start developing the portable steam engines, they weigh 5 pounds. And they cost me 250 gold to make. So you can imagine what's going to happen. We're going to basically have those drills, and we're going to have soldiers that are armed with those things.
We are honest, legitimate businessmen
that are slowly developing a private army and parallel economy.
Yes, we just have been building a very effective mining system of mines that just happens to go underneath the castle.
There actually is a tunneler a machine that I can make. It's an advanced piece of tech, but it can be built. It requires two trained pilots, but once we start developing that technology, Kiri.
So are we talking like the machine from like the core?
No. Did you ever see the show Eureka?
I saw a bit of it.
Imagine something the size of a Jeep, but can tunnel. Yeah. Basically, people just start. It's drilling. It's a drilling technology. It's a drilling thing. Let me pull up what it's called. It's a pretty it's a pretty interesting name. So, yep. And then we're gonna go down. We need to go down to vehicles. It is
So something like this.
it's called a where is it? Yeah, view. There we go. It's called not a Wonder Wagon. That's something different. Here we go. The sub Terreni. The most mole machines, as they're more commonly known, are rather rare outside of mountainous regions. They're designed to take the form of their namesake, a tubular body with a long, pointed snout. Piloting these contraptions requires either a co-pilot or a great degree of skill. Once it was difficult to try and locate Manite, but with with mole machines working their way through mountains themselves, not only is it easier to take those capable of finding ore close to the source, but churn the earth left behind, giving excavators an easy way to work with. Yeah, Tunneler, the special bonus feature, the pilot may elect to allow the mole machine to leave a temporary passable tunnel. Each tunnel remains open only for a short time before it collapses. Per 50-foot section, there's a cumulative 5% chance per minute that the tunnel will collapse. Once a section of the tunnel collapses, an adjacent section, basically, counts, although can be negated with extensive labor if properly fortified and braced. So basically, once we develop those full-on mining machines, it's just going to get ridiculous. Yeah, something like that, just very steampunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Yeah, basically, and as I said, basically what we'll do is we'll just dig tunnels. Remember, I'm planning into the Northern Wastes at some point. We're going to basically have like a Frostpunk-style city up there. That's, just...
Less hopeless. Less hopeless.
Oh, yeah, much less hopeless because we have access. We have external trade. But it will still have, hot houses... generators.
Nice.
That's the northern mine right there. That's the mine that's completely frozen over. But it was very rich, if I remember right.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and
it's very rich. It's very let's just say, if people actually could get to this mine, there'll probably be a golden era.
Oh yeah, because remember, once we've got enough stuff here and enough Thunder Scouts to be able to transport it, we're going to evacuate the city. That's my plan. We'll first send out like a prepping operation to set up, kind of heated barracks to store people in for a time, and then just continue to construct. Not only that, but who's ready for fractional reserve banking? I'm not joking. We will swap to paper scrit as our internal currency.
Mm-hmm. It'd be just like the mining towns that have their own internal currency.
The only difference is we will at least be fair with the conversion to gold.
Yes.
So
and there's no sense of being like a gold coin. Well, that's $1.
Yeah, exactly. Or like 10 or whatever, or $100 of gold, whatever. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Basically, as I said, we basically find a nice conversion ratio. We utilize that and that currency, and then and probably some sort of copper alloy coins of different denominations.
So here's a GM thing I'm going to share with you. This is not part of the king's land.
Exactly.
Oh, that makes it all the better.
Are we okay with the upgrades to my vehicle?
You're not able to travel there without them taking severe cold damage yet.
Okay, got it. So I'm gonna. I can't convert one of my feature slots over to like a special extreme weather modification.
All it's going to do is just make me roll a little bit lower on cold damage.
Got it.
It's going to be a while.
Okay, I think it's around level 12 or 13. I get a fully enclosed vehicle that also has the advanced engine.
Yeah, and if you get to that level, then it's pretty much going to be at least a little more safer for you to go up there.
there's also a what was it? There's also actually and Kiri, you will see these at some point. It's a simple vehicle. Where is it? The Snow Hare. It's basically a snowmobile.
Nice.
Those are going to be everywhere up there. Because instead of the thing is that there will obviously be patrols that need to go out there, but instead of using the because it's northern wastes, I think that gives special advantages in a cold weather climate. Here we go. Yep. High speed. It can move extremely fast. Its base speed is 50 feet. It's maneuverable. It can change direction wherever it wants. The only negative it doesn't have is it. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Construction use extremely cold. In order to conserve cost construction, are outfitted with a minor version of the traditional tempered hull feature. Snow hares ignore environmental conditions for extreme cold and ice. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to do a tempered hull tie for us to properly go up there.
Yeah.
Okay, which requires a fully enclosed vehicle, which I cannot produce yet.
Yep.
Okay, so sad face, but yeah. So I'm just kind of looking through it right now. Vehicles. So yeah, obviously the steam wagon is basically just a covered wagon. Even with a tempered hull, that wouldn't work.
We're going to create the Snowpiercer, aren't we?
What was that?
We're going to make the Snowpiercer train, aren't we?
I'm more thinking that what we will do is we'll set up obviously my vehicle will be the main one leading it, but we will have snow hares and specially trained personnel that will have set up at this mine here, and we'll convert this mine into a tunnel, and then we'll eventually build like an actual rail line going to the city.
And then we'll end up like with steampunk versions of this vehicle acting as like the main like mobile outposts when creating the railway network.
Well, yeah. Well, as I said, the idea is we'll have a surface train. Actually, there are vehicles that are similar to that. The vehicle I'm talking about that I'm planning on getting later on, it's called the Squall. And it's a 100% amphibious vehicle that once I get a hold of it, I will upgrade it with like all terrain and a few other things so we can transport quite a bit with us. And it's a huge vehicle. It's a 15 by 20. And I'm assuming that, I could probably outfit it to carry quite a few people with us.
Mm-hmm.
As well as build a couple of copies of it for other trusted pilots to operate with.
Yes.
So yeah, but basically, as I said, the idea would be we'd have but also I would say probably towing in a bunch of snow hares would be probably the better idea. Yeah, I'm checking it right now.
If you actually were stupid enough to try to go into the frozen wasteland, this is what you have to face every, let's just say, 15 minutes. That's cold damage.
Ouch.
Oof.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, also a tempered hull is an 11th level upgrade. Yeah. So I'm assuming I would need the tempered hull upgrade for us to operate until we can get, the proper train system built.
Yep.
Where we could safely transport people back and forth from the city. So, Kiri, we're going to have to start developing a train network.
Yeah, we will.
Because I'm thinking what we'll do is we can also break down this city for certain supplies and set up a fortress around this mine, and that's literally the entrance.
Don't you mean like this? What remains of that city? Because isn't this the city we're based at?
Yeah, the city we're based at. Remember, my plan is we evacuate everyone from the city.
In time, good.
Yeah, in time.
Show it's safe.
Yeah, and then once we get up there, then we'll have basically the skeleton of a city built. We'll have the supplies. Then what we'll have, then utilizing the now increased labor pool, we'll build a actual city up here in the northern wastes. Because the thing is, Ty. Last I checked, even undead take cold damage.
That they do.
Yep, that's why there's no undead up there.
Yeah, it's literally a zone that you just can't get into.
And people make it safe.
Those
they're chosen.
Yeah. And then we'll have a fortress down here in the mountains. That'll be like a Helm's Deep scenario, but it has basically
get all the dwarfs and we can make it happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, also, hey, you guys want to go down here to salvage what else we can from the city? Just
Absolutely.
do salvage runs.
Absolutely.
This place or
And I'm assuming Ty, this time we'll have a couple of additional steam wagons from Thunder Scouts helping us out.
Plus obviously you can have some you have some thieves issues. So all of you could get a plus let's say a plus 5 to check the town this time.
Got it. I'll use my craft machinery knowledge engineering for proper salvage materials.
So plus 5 to our perception.
Yep. Holy crap!
Holy crap!
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be much we can do to help out with that.
Well, you guys will be searching for any hidden caches, old safes, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you definitely find an old safe, all right.
23 for Veb.
What do you mean 23 from Mittens?
No, I just forgot to switch out to Veb.
Yeah.
Yeah, Veb naturally has a plus 2 to his perception, so the plus 5 brings it to a 7.
Yep.
Mittens just pure flat d20. So 23 and 18.
All right, Jim Pan.
I don't think I will find something, but
Eh.
can this guy?
Do we find the free soup?
Okay.
No, I don't find big shit.
Okay, William. The second look at Tom, you actually notice something like. Okay, you know the puzzle that Phoebe has to solve in Ghostbusters Afterlife, where he finds the old ghost trap.
During the deconstruction, I find something, don't I?
Oh, you find a small hidden fortune. Like down there, it's not only like about 10 to 15 diamonds worth about 500 gold each, but also like steel brick, pretty much fully constructed.
Oh, nice.
Pretty much, if there's enough tiles for us, they actually rebuild the town. That's how much you found.
Got it. So we'll basically be storing a good chunk of this for later construction.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm thinking what we should do is the mining town. I'm thinking because the thing is that our main town is doing pretty well for itself.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that we divert this toward the mining town to give them better amenities, as well as on-site ore processing. Because the thing is, you can transport a lot more iron than you can transport iron ore. Same thing with copper. If they can process the copper on site, we can specialize our town for manufactured goods.
Yeah. Speaking of copper and iron, that's what Bittens and Viv find.
All right.
Nice.
Gonna start packing up as many sacks.
About 50 pounds each.
Sweet.
Nice. Yep,
And Jim Pan, you just run into the ship again.
That's a shame. I was hoping I found a whole lot more, so that way both me and Mittens can.
So
pop.
basically, these ruins are pretty much gone at this point. There's nothing.
Yeah, there's pretty much no ruins at this point. Obviously, I could erase them to the map, but I can't.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, there's still some buildings for around the docks, since this is still
the dock master is about here, so and his tent about here.
Yeah. So he's probably just going like, "Holy crap!" as they just see these just regular out shipments of just tons of supplies.
Like he's looking like, was that down there this whole time?
Salvagers rights, YOLO.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and as I said, I would say we should divert most of these supplies to setting up proper ore processing, so that we can go from iron ore to iron ingots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what did you say? Like the conversion rate was that like for every 10 pounds of ore we get put in, we get like 4 or 5 pounds, like 3 or 4 pounds of iron. What was that you said?
Yeah. think something like that.
I think so. I'll check the recording a little later.
Yeah, no problem.
Or something like that.
Well, yeah, we also need to figure out how to do concrete, so we can make proper fortifications around this mine.
Well, we have to level up quite a bit to get in order to learn the engrams. And wait, no, this is Arc.
This is not Arc. I'm assuming that's going to require more alchemy knowledge, because I think we're going to basically say alchemy is chemistry.
Yeah.
So, for now, because basically for now we're utilizing mortar and cut stone and what little brick we can get a hold of.
What exactly is the alchemy skill? I'm not seeing it.
Craft alchemy.
Oh, okay.
It's a craft skill. I've got a little bit of it, but I'm waiting till which level is it? I think it's 6th level. I think 6th level is when I basically upgrade my craft alchemy to being replaced by my knowledge engineering. So you know what that means, Kiri.
What does it mean?
Around 6th level, I'll probably be at like 24, 25. Plus.
Nice.
And just this insane, I'll have, like a portable alchemy kit set for myself and masterwork that, and as well as having a proper masterwork alchemy lab in the city.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm going right now. I'm just double checking with the Steam right. The handy class perk. Yeah, for every 4 levels after a second, that may choose an additional craft or profession skill to be affected in this manner. So yeah, as I said, I kind of go a little crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, so because eventually I'm also going to be the guy that's doing the weapons for us and magical items. So. And I'm going to do a roll to setting up a proper forge with craft machinery. So basically, we're looking at the Bessemer process, guys, and more advanced copper production methods. 43.
God damn.
As we set up proper ore processing up in the mines.
That obviously.
Yeah. Yep. So now that we have processed goods going into the main town, I'm assuming that means I can start setting up that other factory to do gun manufacture for our usages, of course.
Nice.
Which, of course, is going to at least the King's Guards are going to question like, why are you making guns? To be honest. Well, they're not on their side quite yet. They're just not. They just feel the axe more than you right now.
Simple. We wish to create more tournaments.
Yes.
Not everyone knows about. Actually, let's say that out loud.
Yep.
Roll me a check with an advantage.
Which one? A bluff?
Yeah.
So I'll roll it since I'm probably the one talking them with.
Yeah.
As I said, new factories coming in. They're starting seeing, basically the equivalent of lathes being set up. So.
Yeah. Plus, my only real good social skill is intimidation.
Yeah. So, where is it? And how much of an advantage?
5.
Okay. So, plus 14, since we're basically bribing them at this point. Oh fuck! I gotta.
We might have to inform the king about making gun manufacturing. No offense.
Oh, what's drinks?
Yeah. Unless Jim Pan can convince them otherwise.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Plus 5. Plus 5 as an advantage.
Yep.
So I have a +5. Do I add 5 to that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So 10 down.
Add 5.
Yep. 18.
18.
Assuming mine's an assist, that'd be a 20.
I'm going up to the guards and I'm going to go, got some money? Of course you do. Come on, let's go.
Uh,
You start trying to drag them away to drink.
Yep.
let's take a drink. We don't have to report the king right away, but eventually.
Also, wouldn't it be nice if the king got a beautifully engraved, a gold inlaid present from this factory?
And I imagine that whoever delivers it would probably get quite the raise.
Bluff plus 10.
I
I'm guessing
Technically, that's
I've got the
probably not
strongest
wrong.
bluff.
Yes.
31.
Can I help out?
Yeah, you guys can help out.
I at least got something.
31 is I basically say, look, you can gift the king a beautiful a beautiful inlaid masterwork gun. Something for him to hunt with.
Add anything.
Yep.
To my bluff.
Add 10.
Yep.
Damn it! Keep failing the
with
first page.
Okay, with Jim Pan and
Kiri and Mittens.
and Mitten's assistance, it's just enough for the 35 I was looking for.
Basically, it's a present for the king. Don't tell him about it. It's okay. It's okay.
And I'm going to slip each of them 2 bottles of rye.
Yep.
So I'm 4 bottles of rye down.
You know what? Maybe it's a good idea to keep this a secret for now.
After all, imagine the raise.
Oh, yeah. As I said, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to I will make this a masterwork.
Beautifully inlaid.
Gold inlay, beautiful dark wood stock with its own gold inlay. Just make it a beautiful gun. Obviously, the on the stock, our little our little organization's gear symbols. Yeah, because you got to advertise. Am I right?
That is true.
No, I'm talking to the out of character to the guys.
Yeah, so maybe something like something like this. You're thinking?
They said, let's take some drinks for now. I think we keep this gun manufacturer a secret for now. But once again, if they send the paladins, we don't know shit.
Okay. Well, also the thing is, the gun manufacturer is happening inside the castle, which is slowly becoming more and more locked off to people.
I know.
Yeah. As we come across the supplies we need for the steam engines, things like that. So, something like that, Kiri. But it's an air gun. Well, steam gun technically, but yeah. So yeah, and as I said, we're going to ingratiate ourselves with the king a little bit before we.
Yeah, we kind of have to.
Well, the thing is, what we'll do, we'll basically engineer his fall. Is my plan. So, yeah. As I said, it'll be a present for the king. I just need to know how much gold we've been kind of making over time. You said we found a nice pile of richides in the in that town.
Well, the abandoned town, yeah.
Yeah, in the abandoned town. What is this down here? Is this just a farming town?
Farming town / village.
And are they already going to us for their milling purposes?
Not really. They use magic for their milling purposes.
No, just to show them the improved efficiency that our milling process has.
I mean, well, I would presume that we have almost identical. It's just the question is which one's more expensive, because I'm assuming we're charging barely anything because it costs us nothing to run it. We probably charge by it probably charge by the bushel processed.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, we can say
that's just a very tiny amount.
Yeah.
Or like by the 10 bushels or something, it's like a couple copper pieces. So my question is, what do they have to pay to get their stuff milled?
Let's just say this.
Yeah.
They pay one quart, 3/4 more than you paying.
So almost double what we pay.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, but the question is, will that get eaten up in transportation costs for them?
No, because because the king himself transported it.
Okay,
So
got it. So if we have
So
our
we
own
have-
transport company take over,
and thus the free market can adjust to the fact that we would be offering it at a much more affordable rate.
yeah,
We could then take over that specific industry.
yep.
Officially, the King's Guards, whatever, will still have to be in existence, but we could effectively help keep them over time.
And again, also not only that, but as the king sees, oh, people are dealing with it for themselves and paying their taxes, he might start firing people, and suddenly, guess what?
I get to keep more money.
Yes, he gets
Well,
to keep
like I
more money.
said, like I indicated earlier, it's not firing. It's
Shink.
But that also pisses off their families and their friends in the guards, which means he's going to become less and less liked as a king.
like the guard said. They don't fear the king. They fear the king's guillotine.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but you can turn fear into anger.
And anger turns to the dark side.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wait. How's that line up?
That's gonna be tricky because, like I said, it just snaps his fingers and could ask Rose Town for the Paladin order, and the Paladins could beat the guards 3-1.
Whoa! Paladins executing innocent people?
No, I meant if it's a uprising and the Crane's guards turn on him.
Well, remember also, paladins are lawful good, and if this is
I mean, obviously they're not
noble-
going to execute innocent people.
They would do just enough to at least bring it down with as minimal force.
But at the same time, if the king was ordering horrible attacks on the people,
Then the Paladins will not touch it at all.
Exactly. You see where I'm going with this. I'm setting up this king for a fall. So, I guess we'll travel down to this town and convince them to utilize our transport company, our transport people, and utilize our processing methods.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and who knows? We might come across some interesting things on the way.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll just ride down. So we'll go to this little farming village.
Welcome to Heartsmith.
And I guess I'll go to the village elder because I'm assuming there's not a noble down here.
Yeah, it's a village elder about here.
Got it. So I'll just go. I'll basically sit down with the village elder. We'll bring a couple of processed goods, like some of the farming tools that we're probably developing from our factories. I'm guessing that because we've got a very good iron processing, we've got a good iron processing that we're actually producing steel now in the main city instead of having to process iron ore. The city can focus on production of steel.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Higher quality tools and we have a cheaper method of processing grain. And he'll pull out a little bag of processed flour that from the town.
This is very very good flour. We're forced to use. We eventually have to use magic to process our flour.
We use no such magic. Technically speaking, magic is used to power the device, but the device itself could be run off of any number of. It could be run off any number of power sources.
Yeah, there's like a couple degrees of separation of the magic and the grain.
Yes, exactly.
Also, wouldn't magic affect the taste of the grain?
Well, it depends on if the magic is literally just spinning spinning a grinding wheel all day.
You actually can see when you go into the town. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, it's like an unseen servant pushing a grinding wheel 24/7.
A couple of people stopped by to test their skills before going to Rose City and trying to be new heroes, something like that.
Well,
pretty much to practice their craft, if you will.
Well, one of the we've also come up with other various innovations, including better transport methods.
Hey, you seen that car?
Better transport methods. The king usually transport the.
No offense, and God made the sun, never said on our king ever. I don't trust that maybe there's some of those godsmen who carry them take a little bit for themselves. let's not get you the fairest of shares.
Bluff check.
Huh? I'm just-
I'll step in and go. I'll kind of take that for him and kind of step. I have met a few, unfortunately, less than reputable guards in my time in this kingdom, but they're everywhere. Damn it! I keep rolling ones.
Can you honestly tell me that there's never been times where we wondered, are we getting a share from what we're giving? Or at least when as far as transport goes? Times where you questioned.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. You don't. You shouldn't do bluffs like that.
I just want to see what exactly I theoretically would have got.
Jim Pan, I think you're the only hope.
I keep rolling like crap, man.
Mittens rolls a 10.
A 10. Ow! It's a horse. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie, what's it? Shrek 3?
Yeah, I rolled a 10, so we're all rolling 10s.
Okay, so
Even with
he
all that
looks
help,
at Mittens and
That's like a 14 with me, so
he looks at Mittens and Jim Pan's characters like, I'm thinking about it.
but I mean, if you like,
Because immediately all I was looking for was a 10, but since you rolled that one, I can't count you.
okay. Technically speaking, Ty, a nat 1 doesn't mean anything.
This is not an attack roll.
Yeah, it's not an attack roll.
True.
This is a skill check.
But
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
all I was looking for is a 10 anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit. Yeah. So okay. Sorry, it's just one of those things that I didn't realize the DC was 10 because I actually
all I was looking for is a 10 anyway. Because
I imagine like Mittens is probably something like this.
So with the support of Mittens and Jim Pan, I got up to a 14.
Yeah, so that's more than enough.
I
think we'll think about it. We have to sleep on it. You know, we've been servicing the king since his great grandpa. You know.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Hey.
I'm not saying you stop paying taxes. Of course you'd be paying taxes, but think of it this way: you could get a little bit more gold. He gets his gold, and he doesn't have to worry about transporting it himself anymore.
There's a possibility.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I think this is a good time to call a session because it's almost 5 o'clock, and that's Kiri's cutoff time.
Yep.
So have fun.
Yep. Aside from when my internet died.
So. Yep. And the thing is, we can't get further north until we level up several more times.
Yeah, plus I have to make the new dungeon because before you left there is a job, but I have to actually put specific on a job. But yeah, this person's gonna go in and kill a horrible monster that's pretty much
neat.
Say again?
Neat.
Yeah, that's pretty much attacking Crossroads. The second you and the freaking the Thieves Guild left is the second the monster came by.
Got it. Well, I'm also thinking as we slowly supplant the others, the Cross City, its various industries, we simultaneously sabotage Cross City.
That's going to be a lot of sabotage.
Oh yeah, because we've already done damage to their metal production. I'm assuming they're back up and running, but
by the time we get back, they're back up. By the time we get back and then fix the mines, they're back up and running. It's taking about 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm talking more like sponsoring very efficient raids on the mines, as well as sending in people with explosives to detonate to collapse the mines too. Good old fashioned corporate espionage.
Yeah.
basically we put Cross City out of business so that we get more business, thus increasing our take of money,
but also increasing more guards.
while simultaneously using that increased money to corrupt the guards.
That's interesting.
You see the
Yeah,
self-perpetuating
I
cycle
know,
setting
I
up here.
know.
Where eventually, half the army's on our payroll. So that when everything goes to hell in a handbasket, and we've gotten, because the thing is, as I said, we're basically going to try. I think we are all in agreement. We're going to take over this kingdom, but we're going to move its capital into the northern wastes. Most of what's going to be going on down here is going to be, agriculture.
I'll put it back in the main map real quick.
Yeah. Basically, we basically convert. Well, basically, as I said, we put the city somewhere nearby this mine. We have a rail line going from here, which will be one of the fortresses, but we also could theoretically dig another fortress here.
I mean, there's nothing that
to gain
says
access to the coast.
I imagine that if we have the proper equipment and the right amount of time, we could build like an underground railway system that would use to the.
No. We would just have a train that is specifically built with probably frost forged steel outer casing.
A tram system.
Yeah, basically, it's basically a train that goes from this mine up here down to this mine, and then later on we'll have another train that goes to another facility out here. Or it's not. There's a fortress here, and maybe like a way station, but there's a final train station down here on the coast that goes right into shipping.
Oh, I just had a thought.
Yeah.
If a siege were to happen in our frozen city, and we're going with the whole ocean of the fossil generators, alert everybody, get them inside their buildings, turn the generator off
in various sectors. Yeah.
Yes.
Cut off the heat supply to the various sectors. Yeah.
Deal with the cold.
Exactly. Not only that, but we've made it. We basically made them have to. I'm assuming, Ty, that there are magical means of marching an army in this area, but it's going to be exceptionally expensive.
Yeah.
Whereas we just basically pull the trains back. We leave a rear guard here, but they are given orders to blow the tunnels. As they fall back, TNT blow the tunnels, and then they assume those that survive will then be transported on the the snow hares, the modified snow hares that will get them to the city. Again, those who survive.
That is true.
Yeah, as I said, we're basically preparing preparing to make a city that you just can't mess with. And I'm curious why this is frozen over here and not this.
Because that's under protection of Lady Tapida, so
Got
she
it.
she can heat up the area if she wants.
Got it. They're using magic to basically terraform it.
Exactly.
Once we have the rulers, we must insist they cannot be staying there in our land.
Yeah, as I said, and what we do is we also set up up here, hot houses. So we have basic staple goods that we produce for ourselves. But down here is where we'll have, the more luxury goods like larger scale meat production. Like up here, you'll have like hot houses with chickens in it, because chickens are, easy to care for. They provide a protein, but down here you have, cows and pigs. Yeah. As I said, we're basically we're going to convert. Yeah, and also, and you said there's a port down here, right? But it's more of like a refugee port.
I don't know. This is actually a port. As in, people come in and people go out. There's only one port master here. Yeah. But most of the people live. But most of the people live on the ship.
Got it. Okay.
And it goes back and forth every couple months.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm thinking that because we don't really have a port right now. We're reliant on other merchants to sell, our higher quality steel and other things that we're transporting out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Well, the only thing you need to do is convince the captain, but he's
Yeah.
he's not lord to the king, he's lord to the Sorcerer Council, since they're the ones who pay him.
Yeah. Well, what I'm thinking is basically we have a transcontinental railroad or a trans. I'm guessing this is more like an island.
Our Trans-Siberian Railroad.
1 second, let me just...
Because the thing is, I don't want to jump straight to Snow Train day one. Whoa, what's this?
This is where after yeah.
Is that the Sorcerer Republic Kingdom thing?
Yeah.
And we went down this way, right?
Yeah, you're down here. You're down here and across the bridge, yeah.
I think this is supposed to be across the bridge.
Is it this bridge right here?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so got it. So they do have quite a bit of southern stuff. Got it. Yeah. So yeah. So there is transport there. But my thought is from our main map, we build the thing is I've got to experiment with rail lines before I can fully implement them. So do you guys want a southern rail line going down to here, or do you guys want to set up a new port up here and then we convince this guy to redock up here?
I think we pretty much got what we could. I think we kind of gotten everything we could out of this town here. We're setting up a new port, so like right around here-ish, so that way we have a little bit easier access to transporting stuff from the port.
Yeah, and then we'll set up a railway from this city down to there, because I'm assuming that we are basically having the supplies come in that I could produce a train given time. It'll be a combination cargo and passenger train, but it'll be a way to save a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll convince the harbor master to move up here, and then as I said, that also means that we can. I'm assuming this city does have its own port nearby.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can cut these guys out of the equation as well, because this isn't really a merchant port. This is, to my knowledge, the only merchant port on this large island.
Yep.
King's in the middle. So if we set one up here, we basically can cut these guys out because it may be faster to go here and then distribute to our faster trade network. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, we set up a faster trade network. And then also, because the thing is, I said, we're producing steel at this point in larger amounts. I'm presuming I figured out the Bessemer process, Ty, with the steam boilers that we've got. We now have basically, proper air pumps to get the extreme temperatures needed for steel.
Yeah.
All right. Guys have fun and literally trying to conquer a kingdom.
Oh yeah.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.
Have a good one, man.
Have a good one.
I tried rolling my D100. What do I do?
Did a kitty knock it over?
No, I kept rolling off the desk.
Okay, well done.
Oh, I finally hit something. 64.
I got 37.
Let's see, 64. Tapna and the entire Sorcerer Council run through and just burn the entire town. Decide to start over. We lose the end TPK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Yeah.
Does that mean roll again? Because I can do that.
Yeah. If you go roll from a course, sure.
Alright, let's see what happens. 52.
Mace and a couple of local heroes go and just cut your heads off the end.
Gee, I figured it would have something to do with the cheetah men.
Okay. I got this.
No, 56 is the cheetah men.
It just fell off and hit the hardwood floor.
Can you give a number?
Scared the shit out of Kirby. Oh!
By chance,
I was hoping it didn't damage it.
Alright, let me officially call off the recording.
Have a good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.